And we're recording. Episode 5. It's a milestone. I can't believe we already made it to episode 5. Are you impressed?
5 is where things start to get serious. Like the first 4 dates, you're just getting to know each other. But by the fifth date, you know if it works out or if it doesn't. So
Yeah,
we
we're
made it
about to
this
meet the
far.
families. We're about to meet the
Yeah.
families. All
And
right.
it only took 5 episodes for David to have some wall decorations. Nicely done, David.
Yeah, thank you. New living room decorations. I hope you like them. It's almost football season. I can't wait. Are you excited to see the Vikings get smacked by the Bears this year?
Yeah, I'm really scared of Justin Fields starting like the sixth game of the season. So we'll see how that goes.
That's right around conference play, so just get excited for that.
Have they named a starter yet?
Yeah, I think Andy Dalton. So that's great news for the Bears.
Yep.
Yikes. We'll see. We'll see. I think Fields is going to work his way in there.
We should do a fantasy football episode before the season starts.
Okay. I'm down for that. We should think about an expert that we could bring in.
Yeah, we'll find an expert.
Yep, that sounds good to me. We'll get that rolling. I'm looking at going to a Bears preseason game, so that would be pretty dope.
That would be awesome.
Mostly because it's like a fifth of the cost of a real game.
Yeah. You still get to see it. You get to see a lot of guys, who, I mean, it would be awesome. You'll probably get to see Justin Fields more than you would at a regular season game. So
yeah, exactly. And I'm not trying to go in like the dead of winter,
Right. True.
No thanks.
Not a true diehard Bear fan, David Wood.
See, I love the Bears, but I would rather sit in the comfort of my home, kick my feet up, grab a beer out of my fridge. I don't know. I would rather do that than be like freezing cold, have frostbite.
And not spend like $30 for a beer.
Yeah, that's not my speed. It would be fun, but not my speed. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's start with a quick grinds my gears. Do you have any for this week?
Nope. I had a great week. Lots of positive interactions with other human beings. So nothing to complain about on my end.
Okay. Well, I'll go into mine then. I obviously have a grinds my gears for this week. And it actually stemmed from today. You'd be proud of me to think that I was actually sitting this morning when we planned on doing this episode today, and I was like, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do for my grinds my gears. Like, I have a lot of little things written down, but this segment is not for little things. It's for things that really grinds my gears, not just like things that bother me. So
right.
I then was inspired by my trip to the grocery store because it reminded me that nothing grinds my gears more than grocery shopping on a Sunday or grocery shopping on any busy day when you're standing in lines of 30 people deep, like just to grab something off the shelf, you got to wait 5 minutes for somebody to move. It just drives me nuts. I think like things maybe get restocked on Monday or Tuesday. So the shelves are a little bare. The lines are long. People are frustrated. That's what grinds my gears.
Simple solution. Plan ahead. Go grocery shopping another day of the week.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I gotta stay on top of that and think about what day of the week works better, because Sundays I gotta cross off the list. That can be a no-go anymore for me.
I completely agree, though. I mean, I guess it's frustrating, but I've stopped going on Sundays just because it's a waste of time, and I do get frustrated as well.
That's fair, but there's nothing worse than like.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say there's nothing worse than coming home from like a long day of work and then having to like go to the grocery store.
That's fair, especially if you have to make dinner still.
Yeah.
Do you listen to things in the grocery store?
I think we talked about this on our campus radio show that like I started to listen to my AirPods and listen to like podcasts while I grocery shopped, and it did enhance the experience. It definitely enhanced the experience.
Yeah, because I think when we talked about it on the show, I was pretty anti that.
Yeah, you were. You were really against
and now it's changed my life. Like I like going to the grocery store now.
Yeah.
Just because it's like time to get away. I'm in my own world. So
I agree. Are you a grocery shopping list guy? Or you just go through the aisles and see what you need?
My girlfriend makes a list, so I don't forget anything. And then I mostly like get a couple things that I get every week, like some yogurt, stuff like that. And then based off of like what produce looks good, I'll sometimes get that, and then based off of deals. So kind of half and half. How about you?
That's fair, because you live with someone else, so you grocery shop for two. I live by myself. My girlfriend lives a couple hours away, so I only grocery shop for myself. So I go aisle to aisle. I don't make a list. I think it's harder for me to like, it takes longer for me to go through and like check things off the list rather than just go down and see like, what I need. I don't know, but
the other
that's
thing
why
too,
Sundays are terrible.
that's nice about going down each aisle is you learn the store a lot quicker and just like where things generally are. Like even though like up front, I think it takes a little bit more time in the long run. I think that's the better way to do it.
Yeah, it definitely does take it takes some time to like go through all the aisles, but you learn. So then eventually you can like skip aisles that you know you never get anything out of there. But
Right. Right.
all right, that's enough grocery store talk for this episode. But thanks for participating with me. The reason I'm wearing this jersey today because we got a theme. Olympics are coming up, so shout out Michael Jordan, Dream Team, 1992. Shout out Joe Klasowski for this jersey, plugging me with it. I appreciate it. Um, Olympics are coming up in a few weeks. USA basketball just had an exhibition versus Nigeria, and it was very disappointing. We got upset big time. I think we lost like 87-90. Um, Shout out Nigeria for the win, but USA, we're putting the best players in the world out there, and they laid an egg. So it's just an exhibition, but they laid an egg big time.
Shout out Josh Okogie, clamp down defender, nonstop Timberwolf, repping Nigeria proud.
It's just terrible to me that like everyone before this game was like, we need to go out and make Kobe Bryant proud. Like, you think Kobe Bryant would not try an exhibition game? No, he would try, and he would win. They would have won
Yeah.
by 30. So like that part just bothers me. I don't like the fact that like LeBron doesn't want to play, and like some of these other guys. Like, if I could play in the Olympics, I would play as long as I could.
That's fair. I mean, LeBron has played in what 2 or 3 Olympics, and I feel like he's trying to let other people do it. It's some of the other stars irk me more that haven't even done it at all.
Yeah, true. But I also think if like the way that you just said, I think that I would be totally fine with if he came out and was like, yeah, I'm going to step aside and let like some of these younger guys experience like playing for Team USA. But I think he's just like, I'm old and I need a break and I'm not going
Yeah,
to play.
that's fair.
I don't love that, but I'm also anti LeBron. So everything he says, I'll probably just take the
Yeah,
wrong way.
and I'm pretty pro LeBron, so it's like the opposite for me. But I mean, on the flip side of that too, like 2 Timberwolves just got injured in Olympic play. Anthony Edwards was on a practice team. That some of those guys are actually getting, got real time in the game versus Nigeria, but he went down with an ankle injury, so that was a big bummer. And then Juancho Hernan Gomez like dislocated his shoulder and is going to miss like probably like half of next season. So that sucks.
Oof, that's a big
Yeah.
for dislocating your shoulder. Dang. Because
Yeah.
I guess the season probably starts relatively soon. Like, there's a pretty quick turnaround in the NBA.
It sounded, I mean, I don't have all the details, but it sounded pretty bad. So injuries suck. That's, I guess, bottom line there. But yeah, USA better pick it up.
So, what is your favorite Summer Olympic sport to watch?
I really like a lot of the basketball games. Actually, I'm just such a basketball fan. I really like USA games. Kind of suck because you're either disappointed that they're not kicking everyone's butt, or it's just not entertaining because they're kicking people's butt. But a lot of the other, like, I love watching, Spain play like Argentina, like those types of games. I love the soccer, and then I think swimming's my other favorite.
All right.
But that might not be as exciting without Phelps now. So.
Yeah. I was about to say I used to love
you?
watching swimming and Phelps was in it. Like, just seeing him go for like every goal was so exciting.
It was hype.
Yeah. Usain Bolt, that was always exciting. Like when
That was
there's like
good,
I
yeah.
think like those sports are so much better when there's like a big name guy or girl going for like the gold. And when
Yeah.
there's like one specific person you can root for, it's so exciting.
Right. And I mean, that's what I'm not a huge gymnastics fan. And I don't like, I'd like to watch because there are a lot of stars on that and that'll be really fun. But I kind of get confused watching gymnastics.
Former Oregon Duck wide receiver Devin Allen is competing in the hurdles at the Olympics. He transitioned. He was like a track and field, like hurdle and football player, and then eventually retired from football because he tore his ACL like twice in college
Okay.
and went full time in hurdles. Went to the Olympics, last Olympics. What was that, 2016?
Yep.
So went to the Olympics there, placed ninth. Has since won the Drake relays and hurdles, I believe, twice. So he's going to go and compete again. He qualified, so fingers crossed that he does well.
And there was a Drake Bulldog that's going to the Olympics. Do you see that?
Yes, I did see that. I didn't see any details, but I did see it somewhere on Twitter.
Forget what her name. I think it was a she, but I forgot her name. But we'll shout out her. We'll have some more details for the next show on that.
I'll do a little research. That's on me. But yeah, very exciting. Represent the dogs.
Yeah.
The Olympics inspired me. I thought that there should be like an Olympics for like maybe like opposite. So, okay, what is it? Every 4 years it's summer, every 2 years it's, or every 4 years it's winter, but alternating every 2 years. So maybe like in between, they should do like an Olympics for like regular people. So like an Olympics for dads. So like they all get like a plot of land and then it's all overgrown. They got to mow it and like landscape it and make it look real nice. Grocery shopping, they got to see like how fast they can get through the aisles and get everything they need that their wife put on the list. The best like burgers and steaks. How many grocery bags they can carry at once, like those kind of things would be cool.
I've got a better idea. How about we do it every other year in conjunction with the hot dog eating contest, and we just have more events?
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. The people can grill for the hot dog eating contest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
That I like that idea a lot. It would be awesome to like. It would be kind of fun to watch a lawnmowing competition. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it would. Especially if you put like a time lapse on it and just like sped it up.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like to watch like the Facebook videos of like people striping their lands and stuff. It's very nice.
Could add in like a croquet game, something like that.
Yeah, backyard games, Olympics for backyard games. Have you ever seen like ESPN like bags competitions or cornhole?
Yeah.
It's insane. They just like do whatever they want.
They don't miss.
Yeah, it looks like a frat house at an SEC school. Like they just like
Yeah.
automatic. But all right, so that's my idea. Hopefully
That's a good idea.
Hopefully that comes to fruition sometime soon. So
Yeah, if it doesn't, maybe we could start it, make a lot of money. That's an idea. If this radio thing doesn't pan out, maybe we can start the Dad Olympics.
yeah. Speaking of making money, how is my Dogecoin doing?
Your Dogecoin,
My $1,000 investment.
it's not going to the moon, but things can bounce back. Since last episode, we have lost 155 bucks. So just a little background. We invested 1,000 fake dollars on May 7th in a Dogecoin. And since May 7th, if we invested 1,000 bucks, we would today have 295 bucks. So we've got a big rebound to come, not to the moon right now.
Yeah, this show has already lost like $800. So this is a good time for sponsors to start reaching out and give us some money because we've already tapped all our funds. And the bank's not going to give us any more loans for Dogecoin. So.
Well, we might need to bring on Josh McInerney again to give us some betting advice. Maybe we can make it back that way.
Some sports betting advice, some financial advising advice. That would be nice. So we'll see. We'll bring it back.
Speaking of guests, little plug for next episode. We have reached out to a special guest, their agent. We've reached out to their agent. We're still waiting a response, but we think we're going to have a really special guest next episode.
Our receptionist said that she was really hard to reach. Like,
yeah,
she's high up in the ranks, and her receptionist was super busy every time she called. Her secretary, and then her assistant finally got back to us, and we'll see what happens. We'll see if we can get her on to the next show.
So that's exciting. Stay tuned for that.
Yep, stay tuned for that. All right, let's move on to the news story segment. This is one that we used to do back in the day on the Drake radio show. I want to bring it back, read a couple headlines to you, see what you thought, maybe or maybe not discuss it. All right, you ready for the first one?
Ready.
Okay. Landscaper dead after jumping off bridge into harbor to cool off.
Wow.
I'm sorry to start with like a tragic headline.
Yeah.
It's hard to twist this into something like interesting to talk about, but I just wanted to see what your initial takeaway was.
Yeah, that's really sad. Little safer option if you're considering doing that, maybe sprinklers. You run through the sprinklers. But I mean, where was this? Do you know where this was?
No. The key thing about these headlines is I never click into them and never read about them. So it would make my opinions biased. But I just think looking at it, I'm like, dang, like that's crazy. Cause like I've thought about every bridge that I've ever drove across, I've thought about jumping into the water. And like I've seen so many videos of people jumping off bridges, and then like this guy probably just like trying to cool off, jumps in there, and that's crazy.
Bridges scare me. Yeah. And actually back in the day I was a sprinkler repair man for a summer. So I get being really hot, but we always would just go through the sprinklers when we were warm. So
you got to test them out, obviously.
Yeah, like if something was broken, repair it, do all that jazz. I wasn't very good at it, but
I didn't know you had that kind of background. Do you have that on your CV? I hope.
I think so. I haven't looked at my resume for a while.
You should throw it on there for sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Lobster diver describes being swallowed by humpback whale.
Is this real?
This is very real. Unless
So he got swallowed by a humpback whale and got pooped out.
he worked his way out somehow. I don't know if he exploded through the blowhole or he got dumped out or he just got, when it went for some more krill, he swam out. I don't know the background.
That's absurd.
Yeah.
Whales are so cool. Like, they're so freaking gentle. Like, there's so many cool stories about like whales rescuing people and stuff.
Yeah, Mr. Positivity, but this whale ate this man. So they're not
it's
all
like Jonah and the
gentle.
Whale. Isn't that the Bible school book from back in the day?
I don't know. All I know is like if I was swimming in the ocean and I looked over to my side and a whale was coming to swallow me, I'd be,
It turned out.
that would be nuts.
So maybe this is I'd be curious what our audience would think about this, but I wonder, like, if you're swimming in the ocean, what are the things you would be most scared to see? Because whale wouldn't probably be on my top 5 list. I'm like a shark, an eel, jellyfish, like a whale. Like, I don't know. I guess I'm saying that, and if it starts to open its jaws and swallow me up, that'd be pretty scary.
Think about like even if you know like it's gentle, think about like the size.
Yeah.
How scary that would be in any type of water. Any large thing is terrifying, I think. Like,
Yeah.
even small things, even small, like relatively small fish are terrifying. So like a
Fish
whale,
are freaky.
yeah, dude, I would have lost my mind. So shout out that guy for surviving and living to tell the story. That's pretty dope.
Let's reach out to his agent. Maybe we can have him on the show, hear about his experience firsthand.
Okay, that would be good. Yeah, stay posted for that one. Probably looking at middle of September for the Whale Man episode. So
Whale Man.
all right, let's end it with some top 3 today. So
Okay.
we're moving through this episode. I like it. We're making it short and sweet, hopefully. Top 3 today has been a segment we've done for the past couple of episodes. I hope you like it. I like it. I think it's fun. Would you like to go first or second before I talk about what the theme is?
You go first. You got it.
Okay. So the top 3 today is going to be appetizers. Before I get into that, I'd like to say that I formally apologize for not including Waffle Crisp in my top 3 cereals. One of my buddies posted a snap story of some Waffle Crisp, and it just brought back so many memories. And I apologize to Waffle Crisp and any other fans out there because I did it so dirty by not including it in my top 3. But anyways, let's move on. Appetizers, my top 3 today. Number 1, cheese curds / mozzarella sticks. So I think that I couldn't do 2 separate. If I could, I would, but I think it's more fair if I do it in the same category. So those are up there. Number 1 with some marinara.
And I got a cheese curd with marinara guy. That's a big question.
Yeah, cheese curd with marinara. I'm not a ranch guy. So are you a ranch guy?
Yeah. We'll get into that in a second, but yeah, okay. I would prefer ranch.
Okay, my next one, undisputed appetizer / entree champ of the world, wings. So I prefer boneless wings. I think they're easier to eat, especially if you're on a date or something, you know. But bone-in wings are also a great experience as well. Great to take on takeout, eat them at home in the comfort of your home. I love wings, so wings is going to be number 2.
But yeah, my only problem with wings is how often do you actually get wings as an appetizer?
Yeah, not often. But I think it's how often do you see it when you open a menu, where are wings? Always on the appetizers. So that's why I think that my argument's valid.
I don't let a menu define what I think of something. I set my own boundaries and groupings.
Okay, and you think wings are more of an entree than an appetizer?
Wings are an entree for me.
Okay.
I've never once ordered wings as a appetizer.
Okay, I'm going to slide one in here then, replacing wings.
Okay.
Pretzel bites.
Okay. Those are good.
Pretzel bites got to be on there. And then my final one's going to surprise you. Calamari. Okay. Fried calamari.
I like it. I forgot about calamari. That's really good. Especially good calamari is really good.
It's fire. It's expensive, but it's fire.
Yeah. Good list. That's really solid.
Thank you.
I can go through mine.
Please.
I was gonna do wings, but like I said, I don't think those are an appetizer. So my first one is chips and salsa, partly because oftentimes it's free. And like, you know, when you're hungry and you're just inhaling the chips and salsa, That's the best thing ever.
Yeah, I was about to say there's nothing really better than like sitting down in a Mexican restaurant and like smashing a margarita and a whole thing of chips and salsa.
And then you get to your entree and you're not even hungry.
Yeah, you ask for the box right away.
You're wasted in full, but no, we wouldn't encourage that. Second one, cheese curds. I'm a cheese curds with like aioli or ranch though, but I also like marinara. And then my last one, you can tell I like cheese, is beer cheese. Now I've got a little backstory on this though. In Louisville, if you order beer cheese, it's cold. Who wants cold beer cheese? So my final one for the list is warm beer cheese found outside of Louisville because it makes me really mad because the coldness just ruins it. Like at least go microwave it or something. So
Maybe you could request them to zap it.
Yeah, and I've thought about that, but by that point I'm just mad and I just leave anyways. So yeah, I have a newfound appreciation for warm beer cheese.
I think it's something that you'll be disappointed in, but not surprised in because you know my pickiness. I'm not a big like melted cheese fan, like a nacho cheese guy or like beer cheese or something like that. That's really, I just can't do it. I don't know if it's like the smell or texture or whatever, but I can't do it.
I've got
I'm not a queso guy. I'm not a guacamole guy. I know that's not really cheese, but it's on the same theme.
I am including you on a future red flag segment, so thank you for the idea.
You're welcome. All right, good segue. Let's go into red flags. Why don't you take this one away?
Yeah, so I think last week or the last episode, I said that my red flag was people who don't know what an IPA is. I know it's a little snobby, but seriously, it's 2021. This is kind of a completely different direction. This is people who are like really into rodents. Like if you have a bunch of squirrels or well, not squirrels. I don't know. People have pet squirrels. If you're really into like rats or mice, like I know people that have them as pets. That is a red flag to me. Like get a dog, get a cat. Don't get things that literally infest your house normally.
Wild that you mentioned squirrels because I was in a rabbit hole on Facebook looking video after video, like on accident. And I watched like a 15-minute video on accident of like this guy saving this squirrel that was like seizing out in his front yard. And they were like petting it and like giving it CPR and stuff like that. I was like, dude, leave the squirrel alone. Like that is Mother Nature. It's the circle of life. Like you don't need to save the squirrel. And he starts like getting a syringe and like giving it like oral like salt water or sugar water or something, and it like brought the squirrel back and the squirrel lived. But I was like,
Wow.
dude, leave the squirrel be. Don't mess with squirrels. Like that is rabies waiting to happen.
Yeah, that would scare me. I would not want to. I mean, good for them for saving the life, but that's scary stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with it. But yeah, great red flags. I think anytime people have like pet rodents, it's a little bizarre for me. I also think like this is not having pet rodents, but like when you have like a snake and you feed it rodents, that just makes me so uncomfortable. Like I hate snakes, I hate rodents, and seeing them both together and seeing like a snake just devour a rodent like is so cringy.
Yeah.
gives me the chills.
It's just maybe I'm like you, picky with food, but I'm just like picky about pets. But man, reptiles are another one that just whack me out sometimes. I can't take it.
Yeah, my brother had a snake for a while and he made me hold it, and it like snakes are like my biggest fear, and it was a good thing I was wearing an adult diaper when I was holding it because it was a traumatic experience. Let's just say that.
I would have loved to see that. I'll have to text him for some footage.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What do you think?
I think it's been a good segment or a good show. I do want to plug one future segment. We're starting a new segment next week, or sorry, next show called "Does Dr. David Know?" So I'm going to post some questions on my Instagram this week, and it's going to be Family Feud style, and we're going to see how well Dr. David knows the audience, and what the general population thinks about different topics. This theme is going to be summer theme, so like 4th of July, cabin life, barbecue. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, I'm excited. How many questions do you think are going to put out there for the fans?
I think five. I don't know if I'll do them all in one day or one day or one per day, or not sure yet.
All right, I'm looking forward to that. I think it'll be a fun segment. I got to put my mind into your followers. I got to switch gears and think of what would Sig Epps think, and then go from there. So hopefully I have good luck in that.
Yeah, what would a bunch of washed people who also peaked in college think? So
True. They got the same
you've got the right framing right now.
similar minds as us. So I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to that.
Any closing remarks from you?
No, I had a good time. I'm glad we made it through episode 5. 5 episodes, great milestone. I'm looking forward to episode 10, getting all the way there. But we got a couple special guests coming up. I'm excited for that. So get excited for not just us, but maybe a different voice coming on and a different face for next episode.
Let's do it. Let's go USA.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, buddy.
All right, peace out.